guys, welcome back to Tyrese Talks Tech. On today's video, we're basically going to be talking about the Apple Watch SE 2. This watch was made in 2022, and I personally think, me as an individual, I think it's a great watch. And I'll tell you why it's a great watch. So first things first, the SE 2 has a lot of features, that are basically useful. Obviously, you don't have other features that you don't use, but there's many more features, like a lot of features that are very useful. So the SE2 was released like in 2022 and came with the same chip as the Series 8, the Apple Watch Series 8. So yeah, so it's almost the same thing, exactly. So it's fast, but the Series 8 is probably faster than it, you know. So yeah, it still runs on watchOS 26, I think. That's correct. watchOS update. Yeah, it still runs on that watchOS update. So that's why, why I think it's also great. So first things first, why get the Apple Watch? So it has a Retina display, SH chip for smooth performance. It's the same thing as the Series 8. It also has crash detection, fall detection, and fitness tracking. So if you wanna do fitness tracking, it's really good. But I'm pretty sure most of them have fitness tracking. But yeah, the S8 has fitness tracking and a heart monitor rate, which is good. So you can monitor your heart when you're doing certain things. And it's also water resistance to 50 meters, so you can swim with this watch, and it does wonders. Yeah, I'm always gonna say it does wonders. So this watch, yeah, it's valuable. And if it's one thing I've also noticed with this watch is that it's very strong. It's a very strong watch. I dropped it twice and they didn't break. Well, so far it hasn't broken yet, but the odds of it happening are very definitely high. So yeah, so why get the Apple Watch? Smooth performance. It does everything smoothly. Like me, I've had mine almost for a year now, and I've had no problems at all with this watch. It's just been helping me in certain ways in my life. And also fitness tracking. I go to the gym. Well, I stopped for like the past few months, but I go to the gym. It helps with my fitness tracking. It also gives me advice on certain things, that I need to do. For instance, we can talk about like burning calories. It has the funny ring thingy where it'll tell you need to move more so you can cover up your rings. So it helps you to move more. You need to stand up. Come on. Those are basic things we need in our life. So it's also, you could basically say it's something that can help you with your health. Yeah. So that's basically how you could put it. So it's very good for your health. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this thing is it's an asset, I tell you. So yeah, and you also have family setup for kids for kids or elders. So for instance, if you have a kid, maybe you wanna set it up and on this watch, you can connect with each other. You feel me? You can do your thing. All of you folks can just do your thing. You feel me? So yeah, so that's basically what you get on the Apple Watch. A smooth performance on the S8 chip, which is really good. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have heard the story, but fall detection is really good. I remember the one time I fell down, and then all of a sudden, it really was working. It started SOSing my whole family. So I didn't really fall down. Yeah, but I fell down, but I was okay. You feel what I mean? Yeah. And then we also want to talk about what you get on the Apple Watch. What you don't get, sorry. Yeah, what you don't get on the Apple Watch. So what you don't get on the Apple Watch is there's a lot of features. So you guys need to understand that this watch is not it's basically the standard. It's not for every person. Like for instance, if you want a watch with some of the features that are not available on the Apple Watch SE, you have to top up some money to get the actual watch. So basically that's you adding on to more money to get the watch. Because you're not gonna get all the features. So for instance, on this watch, you're not gonna get EEG or blood oxygen sensors, which could really be very helpful. Always on display. It's not really necessary, And then no temperature tracking. And then small battery compared to the newer models as well. So, the newer models have better battery life. As for this one, it goes up to 18 hours, which is not bad. So it's really good. So yeah, it's not bad. 18 hours is pretty decent enough. You can't complain when you have 18 hours of battery life on the Apple Watch. Yeah. And like, really, who really uses always on display? No one uses that at all. I'm being very honest with you. So yeah, I mean, at first when I saw it, I was like, I want it, but I was like, nah, you know what? I might as well just stick with this one, the budget watch. So yeah, that's what I call it, the budget watch. And then I want to talk about real world use, like what this thing actually does for us in the real world use. So I've tested this watch for workouts, sleep tracking, daily use, and it's snappy, but it's also reliable and perfect for casual use as well. So yeah, so I mean, it's not really that bad as well. So yeah, so this watch it does quite a lot in the real world. It's the type I mean, if you're not deep into health metrics, you won't miss the extra sensors, but most of the things that are in this watch pretty good. So yeah, so real world use, yeah, casual. Cause me, I'll be very honest with you. When I'm picking up my outfits, bro, I'll be like, what's matching with my Apple Watch? Sometimes I don't even wear an Apple Watch. I wear just a normal watch, cause a normal watch will always be better than an Apple Watch. I mean, think of the day when this watch dies. Well, it's not going to be now yet, but like, yeah. And then we want to talk about price and value. So like what I was saying is that this watch is a budget. It's a budget watch. It's for those people who want an Apple Watch but can't afford it. You feel me? So basically, we'll say it's an entry level watch. Yeah, exactly. So for instance, if you want to get into Apple Watch, if you want to buy your first Apple Watch, and you feel like you're not, and you don't want to spend money, buy the SE2, the SE2 40 millimeters, or the other versions, the 44s, I think. Those ones, you're not going to break the bag. You're going to break the bag on the Ultra, on the Series 9, on the Series 10, all that stuff. But this one, reliable, I tell you. Some of the features that are on those other watches, you probably don't even need them as an individual, because you have this SE. This SE does lots more, it does enough, basically. It just does enough. So yeah, so in 2025, you can find the SE for around 180 to 200 USD, depending on where you shop. Exactly. So for me, yeah, it was quite pricey. I bought this last year. I bought this for 260. So 260 is how much I bought this watch for. It was quite pricey, but it was reasonable because when I was looking at the other watches, with the same SE, I thought the prices were a bit high. I mean, yeah, weird, but yeah. So it's a good watch. I call it the budget watch. The budget watch. So this watch, it does wonders as usual. And then who should buy it? Who should buy it? So so basically, if I was to say who should buy the Apple Watch, I would say students. You're not looking to spend much on a watch. I mean, you're just a student. Exactly. And then we have the budget buyers. Yeah. Budget buyers, yeah, we need the budget buyers definitely need. If you wanna, like what I said, if you're looking for an affordable Apple Watch, budget buyers, everyone, come on. Yeah, budget buyers. Yeah. And then first time watch users. I did mention saying first time watch users. If you're getting into Apple Watch for the first time, buy an Apple Watch SE2. Exactly. Yeah, that's basically it. And then parents setting up family for kids. So yeah, if you're gonna buy a kid if you're gonna buy an Apple Watch for a kid, buy them the SE2. Don't go and break the bag on an Ultra. I feel like it's not necessary for a child to have an Ultra watch. It's totally pointless, for a child to have an Ultra watch, which is not good, guys. Come on, don't be spoiling your kids like that. So yeah, And then now on the final verdict, basically on the Apple Watch, is that the Apple Watch SE2 is still worth it in 2025. You know, this is just my own opinion. Some people might think it's not worth it in 2025. Me, I think it's absolutely worth it. If you want core Apple Watch features without premium price tags, it's reliable, guys. It's stylish, still supported by watch OS updates, which is good. So yeah, and it's very helpful in so many ways. So yeah, that's basically it on the Apple Watch. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.